If your cat keeps meowing all day, you probably think it's hungry, bored, or just being dramatic. But what if I told you that one type of meow can actually be a warning sign of illness? And here's something even stranger. Adult cats almost never meow at other cats. That sound was developed specifically for humans. In other words, your cat has spent thousands of years learning how to talk to you. A while ago, I started noticing the same behavior in my own cat. Constant meowing, sometimes for food, sometimes for attention, and sometimes for reasons I couldn't understand. So I decided to dig into the science behind cat communication. What I discovered completely changed how I responded to my cat, and it actually helped solve the problem. In this video, I'll show you the real scientific reasons cats meow, the simple fixes that actually work, and how to tell whether your cat is asking for food, attention, comfort, or trying to warn you that something is wrong. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to identify exactly which type of meow your cat is using. Let's get started. The science of the meow. Before we get into the reasons, here's a fascinating fact most cat owners don't know. Around 10,000 years ago, wild cats started hanging around human settlements because humans attracted rodents. The friendlier cats stayed close to people, and over thousands of years, they gradually domesticated themselves. But something incredible happened during that process. Cats developed a communication system designed specifically for humans. Research shows that feral cats rarely meow at each other as adults. Instead, they communicate mostly through scent, body language, and facial expressions. Domestic cats, however, meow constantly. Why? Because they figured out something important. Humans respond much better to sounds than subtle cat body language. Some researchers even believe cats gradually evolved meows that are more appealing and harder for humans to ignore. Translation: your cat may be manipulating you better than you realize. And that's where our first reason begins. Reason 1. The manipulation. Meow. Hunger. And the first reason is honestly a little evil. If your cat starts screaming near the food bowl every morning, science says that may not be an accident. In 2009, researcher Karen McComb conducted a famous study on cat vocalizations. She discovered that hungry cats often add a high-frequency sound to their purrs that closely resembles a human baby's cry. Think about that for a second. Human brains are naturally programmed to respond to infant cries. We find them difficult to ignore, and cats have learned how to exploit that response. Your cat isn't just asking for food, it's pressing one of the most effective psychological buttons available. The problem gets worse when owners accidentally reward the behavior. If breakfast normally happens at 7 a.m., but your cat meows at 6 a.m., and you immediately feed them, you've just taught your cat that meowing works. The solution is simple. Create a consistent feeding schedule and stick to it, no matter how dramatic your furry actor becomes. Reason 2. The attention meow. But food isn't the only thing your cat wants. Sometimes your cat is simply trying to get your attention. A 2022 study found that cats can distinguish between speech directed at them and speech directed at other people. They pay especially close attention to their owner's voice. That means your cat knows when you're talking to them and when you're ignoring them. If your cat follows you from room to room, meows while you're on your phone, or sits directly in front of your screen, it's probably not random behavior. Indoor cats can become bored surprisingly easily. For many cats, meowing is basically their version of sending a notification. Hey, notice me. Hey, play with me. Hey, I'm bored. Just 10 to 15 minutes of focused play every day can dramatically reduce attention-seeking meows. Reason 3. The 2 a.m. meow. But what about the most annoying meow of all? The one that happens at 2 a.m. If your cat turns into a furry alarm clock every night, don't blame your cat just yet. Science says this behavior might be completely natural. Cats are crepuscular animals. That means they're naturally most active around dawn and dusk. Studies tracking free-ranging cats found activity peaks around early morning and late evening. Their bodies are literally programmed to become more active when most humans are trying to sleep. It's not bad behavior, it's biology. The good news? Domestic cats are adaptable. One of the most effective fixes is surprisingly simple. Give your cat a vigorous play session before bedtime. Think of it like taking a hyperactive kid to the playground before a long car ride. Burn the energy first, and the night becomes much quieter. Reason 4. The stress meow. Sometimes the problem isn't hunger or boredom. Sometimes your cat is stressed. Cats love routine. Move the furniture. Bring home a new pet, change your work schedule, or even rearrange a room, and your cat may feel like its entire world has changed. Stress meowing often sounds repetitive, urgent, and persistent. You may also notice hiding, excessive grooming, or changes in appetite. What's interesting is that research suggests cats can pick up on human emotions too. If you've been stressed lately, your cat may actually be reacting. The best solution is consistent. Maintain routine, provide safe spaces, and let your cat approach you on its own terms. But none of these reasons are as important as the next one, because sometimes excessive meowing isn't a behavior problem at all. It's a health warning. Reason 5, the medical meow. If you've only listened to one part of this video, make it this one. Because a sudden change in your cat's meowing can sometimes be one of the earliest signs that something is wrong. Cats are masters at hiding pain. In the wild, showing weakness could mean becoming a target. So instead of obvious symptoms, the first clue is often a behavior change, including unusual vocalization. Veterinarians commonly look for several conditions when a cat suddenly becomes more vocal. The first is hyperthyroidism. This condition is especially common in older cats. An overactive thyroid speeds up the body's metabolism, causing restlessness, weight loss, and excessive vocalization. The second is high blood pressure. This can sometimes cause confusion and disorientation, especially in senior cats. The third is feline cognitive dysfunction syndrome. Think of it as the cat version of dementia. Older cats may become confused, forget where they are, and start meowing loudly during the night. And finally, there's pain, arthritis, dental disease, urinary issues, or other painful conditions can all lead to increased vocalization. If your cat suddenly becomes much more vocal, especially alongside weight loss, pacing, confusion, appetite changes, or unusual nighttime behavior, don't ignore it. Your cat may be trying to tell you something important. And unlike attention meowing, this is not something you want to guess about. If you're concerned, speak with your veterinarian. Reason 6. The conversation meow. And finally, sometimes your cat is simply talking to you. Seriously, research has found that cats often vocalize more when greeting their owners. Some breeds like Siamese, Bengals, and Oriental Shorthairs are especially known for being talkative. If your cat approaches with a relaxed body, tail held high, and a soft meow, it may not need food or attention at all. It may simply be saying hello. And honestly, that's one of the coolest things about cats. Over thousands of years, they developed a language designed specifically for humans. They didn't have to, but they chose to. So the next time your cat meows, don't just hear noise. Listen carefully, because behind every meow is a message. Maybe it's hunger. Maybe it's boredom, maybe it's stress, maybe it's affection, or sometimes it might be a cry for help. Your cat spent thousands of years developing this language just for humans. The question is, are we paying attention? Comment below and tell me. What does your cat meow about the most? Food, attention, or 2 a.m. chaos? I'd love to know. And if you want to understand your cat even better, make sure you watch the next video on your screen right now.